Tips Corner. Welcome back, and if you're new, welcome, and thank you so much for joining me. I am continuing to work on the altered paintbrush project. I'm having so much fun with this. Just a little break from journals. The last two journals that I finished are sold and on their way to their home. And so now I can focus my attention on getting these done so that we can do the giveaway. So bear with me. I think I've got 5 done and 5 more to go. And I will show you, I'll go through the ones that are done at the end of the video. Anyway, so this will be brush number 6, and there are 10 in total. So this is going to be the Dragonfly. And I've got a set, this is a couple sets of Tim Holtz flowers, metal flowers and foliage. There's leaves, there's flowers. I don't know if they're not necessarily designed to go together, but I'm going to make them go together because they do work beautifully together. And so the idea here is that I've got this pocket watch face here. I've already got a coat of gesso and a little bit of crackle on it. And I've got some gesso and crackle on the back of this. So bear with me while I try to explain what I'm going to do. I'm not going to glue this down yet, but I'm going to color it at the same time. I am going to glue the metal pieces down, arrange them around this, then take this off, and then come back into this piece and put gesso on these and get this whole thing, white as a base to start. Then I'm going to color this separately with this, but at the same time. Then I'm going to come in here. I've got a circle here punched. This is a little tiny circle, 1 3/4 inch circle from a page from one of Tracy Fox's digitals. And this is also a pocket watch face. I'm going to put that on there. It's not the full size, but that's okay. It's going to look okay, I think. Then after this is colored, I'm going to take this and pop this in here. I'll glue this down to the paper. Then pop this in here. And it does pop in. It's a little tricky, which is why I want to get this colored first. I don't want to get a bunch of paint and ink and stuff on this piece of paper. I'll pop that in there and then take another bigger circle that's still smaller than the piece and sandwich that in there kind of between. So part of this will be on the inside of the watch and part of it will be on the outside of the watch. Then I'll be able to come in. I'll have that in there centered, or as best I can, and add this to the top after all of this is all painted and colored. And then at the very, very end, the last thing I'm going to do is add the Dragonfly. This was a charm, and it had a little hoop up here at the top. I just popped right off, and he's going to kind of go about there. So the other thing I'm doing with this one is one of the things I go to Pinterest for is color inspiration. I like finding they have a lot of color swatches in there that are just really nice combinations. And it just kind of inspires me, right? And so I'd found this image on Pinterest and I printed it and it cut some of it off. But I was looking for things that had kind of this color of this Dragonfly, and that's pretty close. And I really love these colors combined. So my background will be the really dark color, and then I'll use these other colors for highlights and, get it in there. So these will all be behind the Dragonfly, and then we'll have this pop of that jade or sage right here, not jade, sage, right here where the Dragonfly is. That ought to make him really pop off of the whole piece. That's my plan anyway. And so I printed this out just so I could have it here for inspiration. And as I'm mixing paint colors, swatch directly on this paper, I do not have the rights to, these are copyright protected image. I don't have the right to use this, or at least I believe it would be copyright protected. I'm not going to take that chance. I'm not going to use this printout for anything except just to visually see it. And the reason I print it out is twofold, so that I can swatch directly on this paper while I'm mixing my paint to kind of get the color, close to what I want it to be. But also because I record with my phone, and trying to look at the digital, the image on Pinterest on my phone while I'm working is almost, or while I'm recording anyway, is almost impossible. So this will get, I may set this aside for future use, but I will not actually, I'm sorry, dog, puppy hears something. That's not puppy, that's big dog. I will not actually use this image for anything other than visual inspiration. So just to clarify that, in case anybody was curious, just because I don't think that's the way you should use Pinterest. Okay, so that's the plan. Hopefully that made sense. The first thing I need to do is to start gluing. So I want to get my Dragonfly kind of out of my way, and I'm going to go ahead and get the paper pieces out of my way. But I do need to use this. Needs to stay on here while I'm gluing the flowers around, so that when I'm done coloring everything, I can come back and put it on and it'll be right in the right spot. Now, I don't know if this is going to work or not. A lot of times, typically, you know, you've seen me work on one where I colored the pieces separately and then glued them on. It's very common to glue everything on and then color the whole thing. I will probably do that on another piece. So there's different ways of doing it. None on right, wrong, or otherwise. It just depends on what you want your end result to be. But in this case, because I've got these paper pieces that are kind of going to be connected and I don't want to get any color on them other than what's already there, I'm going to do it this weird sort of way. So hopefully that makes sense. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to the next color here, which Okay, I still have to glue the Dragonfly on, and I will do that, but I'm going to wait until all of the rest of this is completely dry. But essentially, we're pretty much done here. So the sage wax on top of, the purple kind of comes out just a little bit bluer, but I really do think it works, and it gives it the illusion, the background, I kind of want it to be almost dreamlike or unicorn-like. And then with this image in the back, it's pretty bright, but most of him is, most of it's covered up. So you have that hint of pink back there that kind of helps him to pop out just a little bit, I think. So not completely done, but definitely well on our way to almost being done with this little guy. And I'll pop back on after he's glued on so I can kind of flip it around and show you everything. So, and then I've got a couple others that I've gotten done that I want to show you as well. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm back and we're dry. This has sat overnight now. And so this is Dragonfly. We've got that printed piece on the inside in there, and even up on the edge, some of the purple pink kind of came up on it, which is great. The pocket watch case cap, the pocket watch case, outer casing. Here's the butterfly, or dragonfly, of course. And then these are the metal pieces from Tim Holtz that have been painted. And there is a gold wax across everything. And we've just got some rainbow-esque kind of coloring going down there and up here with the dark purple and the magenta. And Dragonfly is done. Okay, so that is actually brush number 7. So let's go backward. While Dragonfly was drying during my dry time, I put this little guy together. I had played with the color earlier last week or so ago when something else was drying. And so I had this brush, the background, ready to go. And so while this guy was drying, I added rusty washers. Each one of those washers has a coat of glossy accents on it. So it gives them a little shine, but it also is sealing it and protecting it. And so if you touch it, you're not going to get rust all over you. And then I've got a pocket watch face back here and another, this is a Prima Marketing butterfly. They come in a pack with several different sizes and several different metals. So we'll put him over here. Let's see. Let's do this way. 7. See if I can get it all in here. 6. Okay, and then 5 is another small one. It's another butterfly. This was a brooch here, and it's got the opal-esque kind of beads on it, and these little, it's all fake, of course, but the copper color I wanted to really play on. So I started with a black base on this one, and then I used the copper on top. This is chipboard. These are melange pieces from Prima Marketing. These circles here, and here are actually pocket watch gaskets. And so that is number 5. Number 4, also done off camera. This is rice paper, this gorgeous little bird. And I tried to pull, he's a slightly blue right through here. And so I tried to pull some blue in here with some dry brushing, a little bit up here. Got the crack on the back. This is rusted wire. Buttons. This is it's a metal piece from Watchmaker's Kit. There's another one. This is a pin nib. There's a little watch face, another button, and this is also chipboard. So that is, let's see, number 4. All right, let's see if we can do this. Is in the garden. These are all metal flowers. There is a wax paste on top. Inside these, I have little tiny beads and glitter. These are chipboard pieces. These little springy things here are Watchmaker springs. They come coiled up really small. When you open the package, they kind of boing out on you. And so there's some there. There's another one up here. He's blending into there you go. He's blending into my background. This has got some twine up here in the top piece. And then these are, I said that, these are all chipboard pieces in the background here. And then the flowers are all metal. So that is in the garden. That is number 3. Number 2 was all made with watchmaker parts. There's some wire wrapped around here. I took the brush and dremeled down into it. So I had a divot there and poured the parts in and then sealed it all into the handle with glossy accents. This was a mold. This was clay in a mold that I put the beads on the outside. There's gold wax paste on the outside, and then all of these are parts from pocket watches and regular watches down here at the bottom. And so that is the watchmaker. And then the first one was the odd shelf. This is also clay in a mold. We've got some patina wax on here. The little shelf. On the shelf, there's this metal plate in the back. The bird, the candlestick, that's a printer's block, a little metal circular tube. This looks like a bowling pin, and this looks like a bowling ball. A shift key from a typewriter. That's an old faucet. I think that's one of a Tim Holtz piece. A doll leg. And then there's a little piece of rusted washer bent and put back here behind this ball. This is lace made through a silicone mold. It's silicone lace made through a mold. Then we have a pocket watch face here. This is a Bakelite optometrist lens test piece. And the little guy, this is a little doily in the back. And this is just a dangle. I think this is a Tim Holtz little charm, comes in a package of a couple, hanging from that watchmaker or from the optometrist lens. So that is the odd shelf. So odd shelf, they're not going to all fit in here. Odd shelf. There we go. We can get them in. We can get them in. We won't be able to much longer. Odd shelf was number 1. The watchmaker was number 2. In the garden was number 3. Number 4 is Little Birdie. Number 5 is, we'll just call him Brown Butterfly. Number 6 is Rusty Butterfly. And number 7 is the Dragonfly. So 7 down, 3 more to go. I think I have an idea of what I'm going to do on the last 3. We'll see. It might be challenging. And I will pick 6 of these. You know, to be perfectly honest, the very large ones may not be in the giveaway, but the other ones will. So I'll pick 6 out of the 10. The 4 that I don't do in the giveaway will probably go into my Etsy shop. And so I just identified kind of what's going on all of these. There is a hint I'm going to give you that will probably be the question for the giveaway here as soon as I get those last 3 done. So it is coming up. I keep saying that, but it really is. This was just it's a big project. But I got my other 2 journals done, and they are sold and on their way to their new home. So that was also kind of hanging over me. So I got that done, and now I can focus on this and get this done before I start any other projects. But anyway, there's a part that I had just mentioned on every single one of these, a type of part or a type of piece that would be your hint. So be thinking about that I've used on every single one, and we'll continue to do so on the last 3 as well. So think about what that might be, and I'll be back. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye.